know about those companies when we reach out to them. Where it says RES, that's for residential. So is this a mom and pop in the home, or is it an office location? If it says in, it's an office location. Now, here are their addresses and usually contact information. The trick with this location is I suggest to any and everybody, if you saw 4 weeks. Never call them unless you're a merchant service or a bank. Never call them the first 4 weeks. Save this data. Reach out to them later, because if I have this database, think about all the other companies similar to mine that have this database. What they're gonna do is call them. They're gonna be so sick of talking to people or people dropping in. When they're at their worst is when you want to hit them, because it's called need. And when they're having that pain and that need for a service, that's when you reach out and you negotiate from there. But you have all their contact information, and you can create from that database any of the companies that you may want. And I always like to stop at this point. I introduce myself. Now I want everyone to go around the room, and what I want you to do is just say your name and your company. And if I don't know what that company is, tell me if it's computers, software, if it's marketing, whatever it is. And we're going to start with this gentleman.
Hello, my name is David McLeod. I am the owner of Art Star, and we are a art marketing service for artists. And when I say artists, visual artists, illustrators, graphic designers, the whole nine.
Okay.
But that's my main hat.
Okay.
I work several.
My name is Dan. I'm an illustrator, designer, curator, and business person. Build websites, do illustrations and logos and things like that. Check me out online, deltatangomike.com.
I'm Dee Bailey, owner of Antiques, I don't know my business name, Antique Rose Weddings and Events. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think.
Yeah.
My name is Shauna Lucas. My company is Premier Home Inventory. I provide financial services for personal and small businesses.
I'm Rayanne with Workspot. I'm Nikita with Innovative Studios. It's photography.
My name is Albert with the Garcia Group, and it's computer security. That's what I do.
My name is Derek. I'm a counselor with the Diversion Center. I teach court-mandated classes and counseling.
And I'm Joy Grafton, and I have Home Helpers, which is an in-home personal care service provider.
And every one of these services are utilized with all the areas of government. Example, with your art, you have your performers and your artists, right? They are always, it will go under event planning, where they're looking for specific artists for whether it's reggae, whether it's country western, for all those performances. You can register, and when they're looking for that, you're in their database. And you get to make it either local, national, however you would like it. Because you define what target market in the government you're trying to reach out to. Event planning, you know, weddings and other events, oh, they really could utilize your services. As a graphic designer, there's numerous opportunities there. As a counselor, that's called motivational speaking as well as counseling. Because now they are outsourcing a lot of counseling. So there's so many opportunities from this room if you are looking for ways to get government funding. Because that's what I call it, a paycheck. And they are paying, they have cash, and they don't mind paying. So,
I've done government contract before, and I used to work for the government. And they called me one day and they said, you know, can you come back and work with us? I said, no, I'm contract. How much do you want? When can you work? It's really that easy.
yeah,
How
it
much do
really
you
is.
want? And they pay me twice as much as what they paid me when I worked for them.
Because see what it is, if it's under 5,000, every department gets to spend, they have a P card, which is a Visa or a MasterCard. Usually it's a Visa, and all they do is give you their card number and tell you when to run it through. They negotiate the contract, sign it, you're in. And I always like to tell people it's that easy and it's that hard because it's also a relationship building. And the trick is, how do I get credibility? Very simple. And that's what we're going back to is Gwinnett County. How you get credibility is very simple. You go to Gwinnett County. If you are doing business with Gwinnett County, what better reference? What better reference for you to put down? I've done work with the Parks and Rec. And this is my contact information. And I made this amount. Because it gives you credibility, but you've got to start somewhere. And Gwinnett County has a symposium every year, and I will make sure Rayanne and Nikita knows the exact date so that they can sort of publish it at this location so that you can go and meet the procurement officers and everyone else. But that's next year. Right now, all you have to do is call, and that's where we're going to purchasing right now. You go to purchasing. If you look to the left, you're going to see at the bottom part where it says vendor log on and registration. Let me tell you a little about Gwinnett County. Gwinnett County will give you the opportunity to put 2 or more codes in there for what you do. That first code is what they're going to allow you to do. But what you do is, if that's your main thing, then after you've registered, reach out to the purchasing department. Let them know, look, I need to meet the purchasing officers that sell specific things. Now, there is a shortcut, because here's your other gift. We have what we call annual contracts. That's those bid type jobs. And sometimes you may just want to be one of their vendors, or, and I love this because see, I am such a grown-up, y'all know I have to enlarge this. Because we must be able to read. Okay, you see where Janice Bradshaw? Janice is one of the purchasing agents. Look at all the stuff the county.
Where did you go to get
Oh,
that?
don't worry, I'm taking you back to it.
Okay.
Don't you have it. I want to show you what you have here because this is going to be 2 gifts in one. This is one of the purchasing officers that you can contact directly and tell her, look, I've registered with the county. I want to get engaged with the county and offer service that the county can utilize. So what I want to do is I want to sit down and meet with you. Now, if there is an active bid, they cannot talk to you about that bid. But they can always talk to you about general bids or bids that haven't hit yet. Now, Janice does, and you're going to love this, printing and mailing. Look at all the descriptions of stuff that the county buys. And I'm going to scroll down, but I'm going to give you your second gift. Now, this is the departments that need that. Like we have DOT, Department of Family Services. They will tell you the departments. You can reach out to the departments directly, okay? And here's your other money. So that's what I'm here today, is to help you make money. And I told you it's government contracting. If you can't get that money on the front end, you get it on the back end. It's called subcontractors, or just do business with them, because they can refer you. The vendor that right now has the contract for pavement marking services, that is Peak Pavement Marketing LLC. All you do is Google them, find out about them, reach out. In the case if they are chamber members, have one of the reps or the ambassadors at the chamber do a soft introduction. There's so many ways to reach a company. And you already know they're making good money because they're getting government contracting. If they need your services, or you may want to subcontract under them, start building that relationship now. Now, they tell you the term of the contract, and they tell you when it's up for renewal. What I always like doing is just scrolling down, look at banking services, and what I love is, see where it says provide property and casualty insurance coverage and services, and you see E to E risk management? That's a chamber member at the Chamber of Commerce. And it's Marsh USA, because they have different insurance agencies they are using. This is just an example of stuff they are offering. So I don't want you to think that this isn't a reality. This is. And there again, who better for you to talk to either, when you are working, you want two things when you're building a relationship. You want either a free sales team, or you want a direct pay of client right there. If they're not gonna be a client, build a relationship so that they are a referral source. That's a free sales team. And see, you can go to, say you build a relationship with Raymond with E to E. Raymond can tell you how he got his contracts, how easy it is, how he went about it, what were the loopholes, where not to fall, where to jump over, where to sleep under, wherever, whatever you have to do. Because you might have to just constantly call that purchasing associate or that department and saying, you know, I really want to know when that date is going to come open, or I'm just checking in. It was a company at the chamber that was having financial problems, and I was his ambassador. And he said if he could get one contract with the county, it would keep him afloat. Because all he needed to do was put his company in excellent standing so he could retire. He was called Furniture Medic. And he became the contractor to repair the seats and furniture through the county. And because it was as needed basis, there was no need for a contract. He was able to sell his business and make a profit. So that was all he wanted. That was all he wanted. If you notice, the reason I'm scanning down, look at all the stuff, and this is just some, it's not all, of the things that the county offers. My trick is to call them and see if they need your services, or who may need them, and how would you go about reaching out to that person. If you're trying to get with the Parks and Rec, then that's what you do. And when you see on-demand consulting, that's because it's as needed. So you want to be listed there. But the county buys everything. Inmates cornless phones for the sheriff's department. And don't think I haven't considered ordering those phones once I put in the bid if I win it. Other trick is never bid on something, win it, and not fulfill it. That's the worst thing you can do. If you're going to offer service, be able to deliver, because remember, that's your credibility.